On this week's Engaging Marketeer podcast, I'm going to talk about something that I've kind of covered before, but it's still a problem, and I'm still seeing it crop up time and time again. And that's when business owners say things like, I don't need a professional website. I don't need an all singing, all dancing website, or I don't need a website altogether, because my business mostly comes from referral marketing, from networking, or from word of mouth referrals from my existing clients. And when a business has that, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's great if you are getting business from referrals, from existing clients, or from networking groups. That's fantastic. And you're right, you may not need a website that gives you business. And indeed, I found a stat recently for our own business where we're currently getting 5 times more conversions from referrals that come from word of mouth recommendations than we get via any other source, including the website. So they are brilliant. Do not get me wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong with word of mouth recommendations or referrals. They're a fantastic source of leads. However, there is a problem that you probably are not aware of. Now, you could say, yes, I don't need a website to be all singing, all dancing. Yes, I don't need the greatest website in the world, or I don't need to spend money on digital marketing for it. And that's true. You probably don't if you're in the lucky position where you get loads of business from referrals and word of mouth recommendations. But what you absolutely do not want is your website to be putting people off. And that is a very real possibility. You see, if you use a professional web designer, someone who has been building websites for a very long time, like I've been doing it since the 90s, for example. Jesus Christ, that's a long time. Since the 90s, yes, I feel very old. Apologies for that. I am not happy about it. So I've done a lot of websites. The guys we have here at Engage Web are incredible. They build some fantastic websites. Other web designers are available. There's loads of web designers around here, loads of digital marketing companies, all do great work. Use any one of them, anyone across the UK, anyone across the world who is a professional web designer and has a proven track record of making great looking websites. Please do that. Not a problem. But whatever you do, and I cannot stress this enough, do not use someone who does not know what they are doing. Do not go to Kevin from the pub, who will put your website together in Wix or some other self-build system and charge you a can of Stella for doing so. Do not go to a VA who thinks they know what they're doing because they technically know how to put a website together. Do not ask your IT company that sets up your printer and configures your network to build a website, because yes, they have the technical know-how to build one, but they don't know how to make one that works or actually looks any good. And they certainly don't know how to make one that works across all devices. Do not ask your print designer who does your business cards, who does your flyers, who does your brochures, because yes, they may be very good with visuals, but they haven't got a bloody clue about an accessible website that works on multiple devices and resizes to different screen sizes, because print doesn't work that way. Do not use someone who doesn't know what they are doing, because your website will have errors, it will have issues, it will have problems. And then when you get these referrals, when you get people recommended to you, when they look at your website, they will see the problems, they will see the errors, they will see the spelling mistakes, they will see the fact your website doesn't fit on a mobile, the fact that you've got text that overlaps buttons, the fact that you've got huge sections of nothing that you have to scroll through because the designer didn't know what they were doing and doesn't know how a website is supposed to work on different devices. They will see all of those mistakes and they will assume that is how you run your business. There is a phrase in networking, there is a phrase in business, and that's how you do anything is how you are perceived to do everything. If your website is shit, they will assume that you are shit. So do not, under any circumstances, get a website that looks like this, because it will put people off. It will turn people away, and you will never know. You will never know it has happened. You'll get referrals at networking groups. You'll get word of mouth referrals from your existing clients, and they'll say, hey, speak to this guy. I've told him all about you. He says I've told him you're brilliant. He wants to use you. And you'll contact them. And they'll be like, yeah, no, sorry, I've gone with someone else. Yeah, no, I needed it quick, so I went with them. Or they just won't answer the phone to you. They won't reply to your emails, and they won't want to tell you that your website is shit. They will have just looked at your website, seen that it's shit, and they will assume that you are also, therefore, shit. How you do anything is how you are perceived to do anything. And there is a great phrase, very well known within the trades, very well known within trades. And that's, if you think hiring a professional is expensive, wait until you hire an amateur. Yes, websites can be expensive. You can pay thousands of pounds for a website. Not at Engage Web, of course, because our Fresh Start website is £99 plus VAT per month, or £165 plus VAT per month with unlimited support. There endeth the ad. But other web designers are also great, do great websites, and can build a fantastic looking website for you. If you use one of them, your website will look good. When you get your word of mouth referrals, your networking referrals, somebody checks you out online, they will see, oh, actually, you look quite good. I'm going to use you. What this person said about you and what your website looks like, that tallies. It looks like you know what you're doing. But if your website has been built by somebody who hasn't got a clue what they're doing, if it is absolute crap, it looks crap, somebody is going to look at that and think you are therefore also crap. You will not get people recommending you online because your website looks crap. You will not get clients coming to you and saying, oh, I checked you out online, you look good, because you don't, you look crap. That is the problem. Do not use somebody who is going to actively build you a website that will turn clients away, because you will never know. You will never know it is happening, but I guarantee that it is. I guarantee that people are checking you out online and seeing that you look like an amateur and they are not using you. And if you are in a higher end business, a higher ticket business, something which costs a lot of money, like financial advice or accounting or some kind of consultancy, then it's even more important that you do not look cheap and amateur. Because why on earth would you be able to help out my business if you can't even help your own? If you can't even spend a few quid on a website and not look like you've done it yourself on Wix? Do not make this mistake. Please, I implore you, do not make this mistake, because it will be costing your business. And quite frankly, it annoys me because I see all of these crap websites being shared around social media. Hey, look at my new website. I had it done by this guy in the Philippines, or my VA built this, or my IT company built this. Have a look at my new website. And then all of your friends will comment on it going, hey, it looks great, babe. What a brilliant website. Oh, that looks fantastic. That looks smashing. Oh, it's about time that went live. It looks great. Not one of them will say, mate, that's shit. Absolute shit. You've got somebody to do that doesn't know what they're doing, haven't you? It's not going to work for you. You're not going to get anything from it. So get it done properly. Come on, pull yourself together. You know people need to use a professional. Why have you used a bloody amateur? I wouldn't go and try and do someone's VAT. I wouldn't try and go and rewire someone's house for electric. I wouldn't go and try and advise somebody on their financial situation. I'd leave that to somebody who knows what they're doing. So why would you do that with your website? Not because you think, well, it doesn't matter. I get all my referrals somewhere else anyway, because your website is going to be putting them off and it's going to be costing you business, and you're going to be having a lower conversion rate on your word of mouth referrals than you would if you had a professional website. That's my rant for today. You've been listening to The Engaging Marketeer. I am going to go lie down in a very dark room and put a damp flannel across my face because, quite frankly, I need to cool the shit down. I'll catch you on the next podcast.